Greetings, I welcome you now in the love and light of the One Infinite Creator. Wish to do a tarot reading for you all. These are general readings. Take what feels right. Spit all the rest out. With all that being said, I am going to quickly shuffle the deck here. And then we're going to pull some cards for you. Your first card, Strength. It's reversed, so unfortunately you're not really showing me that you can handle this situation or whatever, or not necessarily that situation, but you're not necessarily able to handle things just in general right now. Maybe you're lacking the strength to persevere. Okay. Card number 2, we get the Queen of Swords, representing being virtuous, being righteous, fighting for what you believe in, being in control, being the decision maker. When it comes to having power, it's pretty important to make sure you do right with it, but it's kind of interesting, because you're showing up in the first card with the Strength reversed, showing that you don't really have the power, So maybe you're putting on a little bit of a facade, with the Queen of Swords here. Maybe it's I don't know. We're gonna keep pulling. I'm gonna sit on the Queen of Swords because, you're showing me the Strength reverse that you're not really, I don't know. Like, how can you be strong and resilient like the Queen of Swords and yet get Strength reversed, So you're showing me hypocrisy right now. Four of Pentacles reversed. You don't really have what you need, You wish you could have more for yourself. So it's interesting that we're going off track here. I was kind of wondering, why I was getting a mixed message between the first two cards. But I guess now it's more important to find out whether or not we are earning enough money. We get the King of Cups. I see maybe like a marriage, I see a marriage. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. If your Queen of Swords represents air, whereas King of Cups represents water. The Four of Pentacles represents not having enough in the marriage. The Strength represents not having the marriage doesn't have the strength to necessarily, survive. That's not necessarily saying that things are gonna end right away or nothing, but I mean, like, your Queen of Swords and your King of Cups are upright, so you both have your own opinions, you both have your own thoughts. But you're not doing very well financially, and you're having strong you're having problems when it comes to persevering. Next, we get the King of Pentacles, representing another man, possibly. Since we already decided it was a relationship, obviously there's got to be another man, right? And it's a relationship not going well, right? So of course there's got to be another, king that looks better and more luxurious and has the fancy wristwatches and cars and you know he might look stellar to you, but it's commitment's going to be very important in life. It's one of the most important things. If you commit to something, you got to follow through. And a relationship and relationships are commitments. Um, I don't really expect you to necessarily always follow my advice, but I would say stick with the first guy, the water element, not the earth element. All that being said, I'm going to end the video here because that's the main point here, and we got to the heart of the message. Namaste.